This is Ibrahim Traore. Ibrahim Traore is the military head of state of Burkina Faso. He came to power through military coup d'etat, through a revolution. And this is Blaise Compaoré. Blaise Compaoré is the immediate predecessor of Ibrahim Traore. That is the former head of state of Burkina Faso. He also came to power through a military coup d'etat. And this is Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara is also a former head of state of Burkina Faso who came to power through a revolution in 1983. So here is the story. Thomas Sankara is a revolutionary African leader who sacked corrupt politicians from power in 1983 through a revolution. So he was the head of state of Burkina Faso between 1983 and 1987. Right? When Thomas Sankara came to power, he brought his man, Blaise Compaoré, that is the former head of state of Burkina Faso, who was not just his ally, he was his best friend and also his brother. Because Thomas Sankara's father trained Blaise Compaoré. They were trained together in the same house, they ate the same food, they joined the military at the same time. So when Thomas Sankara became the head of state, he brought his friend and ally, Blaise Compaoré, to be his right-hand man. But unfortunately, it was this his right-hand man that would let that seize power from him and assassinate him. Alright, so this is why Thomas Sankara became head of state in 1983 and assassinated French imperialists. Alright, he's a revolutionary leader who was against foreign imperialism. He was against French imperialism in Burkina Faso. Remember, Burkina Faso is a French colony. So French was in charge of Burkina Faso at the time. So Thomas Sankara sacked French imperialists from the country and cut ties with France entirely. Alright, Thomas Sankara will go ahead to cut down the cost of governance. He cuts down the salaries of his cabinet, including himself. He cut down his salary to $450. He refused to use the air conditioner in his office. When he was asked why, he said not many people in Burkina Faso can afford to stay in air condition, therefore he will not be using his air conditioner. He also stopped people or prevented people from hanging his portraits in their offices. When he was asked, he said that millions of people in Burkina Faso, there are millions of Sankara in Burkina Faso. Alright. Other achievements by Thomas Sankara includes making Burkina Faso food sufficient by increasing the food production in Burkina Faso. He also cut ties with International Monetary Fund. He exited the International Monetary Fund and he, shut down every foreign aid. He refused foreign aid from international community. Alright, he stopped his cabinet from traveling with first class and national chauffeurs. So in summary, Thomas Sankara was a legendary leader for Burkina Faso. He was a good leader for Burkina Faso. He gave them true leadership. He made life easier for the people of Burkina Faso. He was totally against French imperialism. Because according to him, whoever that gives you help can be able to control you. Alright, so Thomas Sankara wanted a Burkina Faso that is free from exploitation from France, that will be free from foreign imperialism, free, from poverty, free from underdevelopment. He really developed Burkina Faso. Alright, he raised the standard of living, the capital, the GDP of Burkina Faso. But unfortunately, after 4 years, in 1987, he was assassinated through a military coup d'etat by his own friend, Blaise Compaoré. Alright, Blaise Compaoré was his right-hand man. So the French imperialism sponsored a coup that Blaise Compaoré headed. He headed the coup that assassinated Thomas Sankara and became the head of state of Burkina Faso. So through the help of French imperialists, Blaise Compaoré will go ahead to become the head of state of Burkina Faso for 27 years until Ibrahim Traore took over power recently from him. So the essence of my story is that Ibrahim Traore is exactly the same thing as Thomas Sankara. He has the same ideology and he has confessed to be a follower of Thomas Sankara. He said he's a follower of Thomas Sankara in the game of power. You understand? So he's doing everything Thomas Sankara did between 1983 and 1987. So Ibrahim Traore has succeeded in sacking French imperialists again from the country. He has sacked France. He has cut ties from France. He's stating that France are exploiting the country, making them poor and underdeveloped. He has also cut down the cost of governance, the salaries of his cabinet. He has also stopped them from foreign travels. He has also stopped foreign aid. He's also increasing the food production in Burkina Faso. He's also paying workers. He's also paying workers' wages on time. He also increased workers' wages. So he's a good leader for Burkina Faso. All right. He recently exited the International Monetary Fund, just like Thomas Sankara. All right. He also stopped foreign loans, foreign aid, just like Thomas Sankara. So Ibrahim Traore is Thomas Sankara reincarnated in Burkina Faso.